What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. It is Friday, May 16th, and we are glad you're here. We get to talk wrestling for the next hour or so. I am coming coming from a different location than I normally am because I have no internet at my home, so I went somewhere else. But we are keeping this show going because the show never stops. Because
Well,
well, it does. And it will next week because we're going to be doing the show on Thursday of next week instead of Friday because Maggie's getting married next week. She found a person she wants to marry. His name is Pedro Pascal, Pedro Papo, something like that.
mhm.
Is that what his name is? Something. He's an actor
But
supposedly.
Pedro
Um,
Hardy.
Oh, Pedro Hardy. Oh, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
combo of Tom Hardy and
Mhm.
Pedro Pascal. Okay, that's what it is. But
Pedro.
yeah, so we're doing a show next Thursday instead of Friday. So we'll mention that at the end of the show too. But just want everybody
I'm
to know that.
obviously not getting married. I'm gonna die alone. Okay, so you can calm down.
Why did you tell me you were getting married? Okay, whatever. But anyways, guys, we are so glad you're here. We're going to talk a lot of wrestling. We're going to talk about whatever the PLE that was, Backlash. We're going to talk some Raw. We're going to talk Dynamite, and I'm going to talk about Sabu. Um, but as always, I'm going to start this show like I normally do. Maggie, how you doing?
I'm doing good. This past week, on Wednesday, my sister finally was able to upload our video collaboration that we did together. We shot a video of making a terrarium with a Fitonia. Was that a Fitonia? I don't know what that was. It was a ton of fun, exactly like I told you guys last week. You can go ahead and give it a watch right after you watch us, of course. Her YouTube channel is called Hi to Your Dog. That's not what her channel is called. It's
Knock it off.
definitely. You did not mute your
Damn it.
microphone
I thought I did.
when saying that. Yes, you did.
Not in time?
Uh,
Okay.
Yes, at Daphne Tries Plants, her newest video is our video collaboration. Um, she even was able to do a blooper reel right after, and I put this in quotation, marks. The serious part of the video ended because none of that was seriousness. I'm not even kidding. Um, I had again, I knew that I was gonna have fun, but I had no idea I was gonna have that much fun. Um, she's my sister. I love her. She's a bitch, but I love her. So, like, come on, she knows. She knows. Yeah. So, go ahead and give her a follow. Watch the video and watch her other videos. She puts in a lot of work. A lot of work. Um, I hope we do something together soon again because it was really enjoying. I really don't want her to, think this is a bigger deal than it is because like I usually have fun. Yes, I do, but this was a
Hmm.
lot of fun. I hope, Daffy, that you're not getting in your head too much because I know you're watching. But yes, this was a ton of fun. It was.
Do you
It was.
um?
And
So
it was
you think
nothing
you'll do
about her.
another? You think you'll do another one soon? You hope?
Yeah, but like she does live in a different city, and
Oh
we both need to have time. So she needs to
yeah.
be here because I'm not going there. Hell no. So she needs to be
Well,
here, and hell no, I'm not going there. She needs to be here. I need to have spare time. She needs to have spare time. Like if it's in the stars, we will do another video sooner or later.
Well, the main reason I asked, so I had enough time. Do you think your nephew's watching? Because
Sacrifice! 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 Sacrifice!
that was for you, Maggie.
Sure, it wasn't for my nephew. It was for me.
Well, I had to make sure. It's definitely for your nephew, for you, but um, it's
One of
dedicated.
yeah, because I know you watched the video. One of the stupidest things I said, it was during the blooper reel, and like, she mentioned that that the lid on the jar matched uh my wood parts of my bedroom, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's okay. I'm not that anal when it comes to wood.
Yeah, there was a couple of. What did the counter get to for? That's what she said. What did the counter get to? Do you
Well, she
remember?
did
Because I.
contribute too, but like I
Oh,
don't
I
know,
know,
it was
but
probably four. But like
okay, I could remember
that's a
if it was.
lot of that's what she said jokes in a
Oh yeah,
40
I mean,
40-minute video. Like that's
yeah.
it was right there. I'm
No,
so
it's
sorry. It was right there.
no, you don't need to be sorry. We do have a super chat from our great friend Ryan Sullivan. He says, "Rob, I love the hat. Thank you, my friend. It's from the 1988 or 89 classic film, winner of 12 Academy Awards, Major League, starring
Of course,
Charlie
I know
Sheen,
about this movie.
Tom Berenger, Wesley Snipes, Corbin Burnson, um, so many others. So classic film.
Yeah,
You're
so
a big
thank you.
baseball fan, so you should see it.
Of course. I've watched the movie. Guys, this is a wrestling show. Thank you. Thank you so much to Ryan. Thank you, sweetie. I know you're gonna love the video that I just talked about with my sister. Guys, hi. Thank you so much for joining us. I swear we're serious people, Rob and I. So please leave a like on the video. It is the most free way in which you can support us right now. Please drop the like on the video. Share on social media. Follow Fightful on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and all these other places. If you would like to subscribe to support us with your wallets, you can send us super chat is the bottom of the YouTube live chat, the little dollar sign, or you can send a humper chat at humperchats.com. Rob and I always strive for you guys to send humper chats, because Fightful does keep a little bit more of the proceeds when it comes to humper chats. uh Last but definitely not least, please subscribe to Fightful Select. A lot of contract news, a lot of scoops in and out of pay-per-views, the Discord channel, and also Sean's Q&As. A lot of lovely stuff on Fightful Select. So we can go ahead and get into our show. Thank you so much to Ryan. What? Everyone's leaving me. Rob, where did you go? Swear to God, everyone's leaving me. Or he may not have internet connection over to his parents. Also, yes, Ryan, Bulgaria does have multiple cities. Yeah, I am the star. I am the star of Fightful Overbooked. So yes, yes.
I'm
I mean,
back. I
now you're
think.
back. So
I
yeah.
think I'm using hotspot on my phone now because the internet was not working at my location now. So, yay for that.
That's so sweet. So if you disappear forever, I have no way of ending the show. That's what you're gonna say to me, right?
We'll make sure to figure it out. Yeah.
Okay, thank
So
you.
we'll
Thank
make sure
you.
to figure it out one way or another. You're welcome.
Yes. So let's go ahead and start, talking about wrestling. Oh, you're frozen. So you're gone again. That's so sweet. Are you here? Are you
I don't know
back?
if I'm here anymore. I don't know.
No, you're
We'll
here.
find out.
You're here.
But
You're here. Okay.
okay. Yay. Anyways, let's try this again. Guys, welcome. No, kidding. We haven't
You're
had
here.
these kind of problems in a couple of years.
And forever. Okay, so this is gonna be a really interesting show. Yeah. Oh, so you're frozen again.
Okay.
That's so okay.
Maggie,
You're
stay
not
there for a
frozen.
minute. I'll be back. I
Sure,
will be right back.
I know you will be back. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so the positive thing is that we're on minute 11 or 12, and I think I can Rob, you're still here. Oh no, he's not here anymore. Okay. So as I was saying, we're at minute 10, 11, almost 12, so I can curse now because, it definitely this occasion definitely, gives cause for a lot of cursing. Oh, Lawrence is here, the bunny. Yes, the bunny is here. Hi, Lawrence, sweetie. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, because Rob, does this thing where he has, crappy internet connection and he leaves me constantly. Yes, heck, damn it. Yes, I will say heck because I'm allowed to now. And it's been, a long over past 5 minutes. Guys, if you like, I can start, crapping on Backlash myself because, Rob's not here and we wanted to talk about Sabu. And he wanted to be the one uh talking about Sabu, but I can go ahead and start crapping on Backlash. It's not that the show was that bad. It's not that it was that okay. You're in a different room.
Yeah, I tried. Maybe I'm hoping that does it, and I plugged into the actual uh, router.
Router.
Or I don't know, the rotary girder, something. I plugged into something, so I'm hoping that fixes it.
Well, I definitely see you way better, and your
Okay,
picture
well that's good.
better. Okay, so
So
I
yeah,
didn't get to talk about anything, so we can just he is stealing Kate's gimmick.
son of a bitch.
Yes,
I think
yes,
okay. So far, so good now. So I think we're good.
yes,
So
yes. So we can go ahead and talk about Sabu because I didn't even touch upon anything about Backlash. So.
man, okay. Sabu. Sabu is a big reason how I got back into wrestling. I was 12 to 13 years old when I started getting back into it. I mean, I watched, like, I was born in 1982 to age myself right now, but I got out of wrestling probably when I was about 8, 9 years old, and I stopped watching. Didn't really get into it too much anymore after that. I wouldn't say I totally stopped. I mean, I still watch, but I wasn't like I am now, or even close to it. Um, and then one night, and I couldn't even tell you what TV channel it was now, but I'm watching TV, and I see this man just doing all kinds of things I've never seen on TV before. I've never seen in a wrestling match, and I was enamored by it. And like at that time, there was like no digital stuff, so you couldn't hit info on your cable remote and try to find out what it was. You could go to like the TV Guide channel, hopefully, and it would say what it was. Um,
Yeah.
and like it didn't even say there, like at that time. Like I remember this like it was yesterday. It just said like TBA to be announced, so it didn't even say. And so I didn't know what it was. Like I didn't know like what they didn't have ECW written anywhere like on the TV or like whatever it was. So anyways, I was just I loved it. So the next day, I went to my local video store just hoping to see if I could find this guy on a cover of a tape, a VHS tape or something. I didn't find anything, but I did see somebody I did like, and his name was Bret the Hitman Hart. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll get this. I like this guy, and I just kind of had the itch to watch wrestling again. So I watched a title. The tape of the title was from Coliseum Home Video, and it was called uh, either Whack 'em and Smack 'em or Smack 'em and Whack 'em. Yeah, that was the
Yes.
title of it, and that would also be another video you could find in a different section of the
Because
video
you thought it
store.
was something else. We
No,
get
no, no,
like
no, no, no. I didn't because I knew it was. I knew what it was when I grabbed the tape, and so I watched that, and that on that tape was the first time Bret Hart won the World Heavyweight title. He beat Ric Flair for it, which I was not expecting
yes,
when I watched that.
it's a
And
wonderful thing.
so I like pretty much right then and there fell in love with like wrestling again. Bret Hart was my guy right then and there. A couple of weeks later, I find out who this wrestler was that I was talking about. His name was Sabu because I found it in a Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine, and he was ranked really high. I want to say he was maybe ranked number 1 or number 2. Um, and see, I knew that was coming. And I I just I'm like that's the guy. And at that time, internet was not really
Like
around
yours
much.
right now.
Well, yeah, no, I didn't have it at that time actually. I didn't get the internet until '95. So I remember reading like a couple years later. I remember reading in Pro Wrestling Illustrated because I did subscribe to Pro Wrestling Illustrated, and I read about tape trading. So when I did get the internet, that was one of the first things I looked up: wrestling tape trading, and I found all of these different websites. Um, and I got into it. Like I got into tape trading, um, and I got into it pretty like hardcore. Like I mean, I got into a lot of it because I was just watching wrestling, and I mean everything was wrestling, and I got into a lot of stuff that I could. It got to the point where I was making money because I was able to make copies of tapes and sell them to fellow or not fellow Florida State students, but I was able to sell them to college students. Like,
You stole
well,
their money.
yeah, well, no, I didn't steal. I mean, I just gave them I gave them what they paid for instead of drugs. Like some things they were buying. I was selling wrestling tapes. IWA King of the Death Match was my number one seller, which featured Cactus Jack and Terry Funk. But I mean, I got into it like big time. And the two tapes I would always make custom tapes of were either Sabu or Bret Hart. And Sabu, um, I just love the guy. He was just so good. And there's so many matches that I could bring up to mention that you should watch about like you should watch for Sabu. Um, it's I will miss the man, and I regret not taking I regret not watching like a lot of his later stuff. You know, I took him for granted towards the end. Um, and I do that with too many wrestlers. I feel like man, I should have watched him more. And I want to say I just want to say thank you to Sabu because I'm not doing this without him. There is no coexisting without Sabu or Bret Hart. Um, that man played a big part in my life. Born to be Wired, 1997, changed even more for me. It changed everything. Terry Funk versus Sabu in a barbed wire match just absolutely changed everything. And the guy played a big part in my life. And I regret that I never got to tell him that. I did get to meet him. which I am very fortunate of that. I've met him twice. The first time I met him, it did not go too well. But it's a funny story that I don't really want to share. I think I've shared it
Okay.
before on here, but I don't think now it's really a good time to share. But it is funny, and I will say, like after at the end, he did apologize. So I mean, it was all good at the end. So, and it was nothing I did wrong, and it was, I mean, it's a funny story, but I know I'm not doing it justice talking about it right now the way I am. But I got to meet him about 20 years after that at a comic convention, and I retold him the story, and he just laughed. And that's the one thing I'll get to say about it is leaving after missing him, or like after leaving that, the last thing I'll remember is shaking his hand and a laugh. So that is going to be a great memory that I have. And again, Sabu, thank you so much for everything that you have been able to give me. And I wish I would have realized that before you were gone. But the great thing about digital media is you're not truly ever gone. Like I can still see you anytime, and you're truly never gone because you're always going to be like up here for me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But we will move on.
Yes. So after that lovely speech that you gave us, thank you so much. By the way, let's crap on all over Backlash.
Crap on Backlash.
Yes. So guys, please share your thoughts about Backlash, either with super chats or you can send regular chats also. I personally just need to know your guys' opinion about the show, because I fucking hated it. uh I'm exaggerating a little, but uh you guys know how I am. Saturday night pay-per-views are not my thing, because I need to get up uh earlier on Sunday morning, way earlier, so that I can catch up on the show before I go to work. So what happened was I got up at fucking 6:30 in the morning just so I can watch a incredibly mediocre show as opposed to sleeping. So and that's why I was pissed off. The show wasn't awful. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend it was the worst pay-per-view I've ever seen. I'm not gonna do that. But I just, and sometimes I keep thinking it's my fault. Well, why did you get up so early? No, you should have known that it was gonna be a bad show. I understand, but I really, 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 really needed to make sure that Gunther beat Pat McAfee. That's that's why I wanted to see the show. Um, what were your overall thoughts? And then we're gonna, talk about the big things, but like your overall thoughts on the show.
Uh, I mean, I think our predictions were our predictions pretty much spot on. I mean, for the most part, or because
I didn't think I thought that Becky was winning the title,
yeah,
and
and
that's it.
yeah, okay, but I know I liked it a little bit more than you did, but I didn't think it was bad. But I mean, it was just kind of like, bleh, like I you didn't miss much. Basically, the way I would say it. That's how I felt about it. Like I think I was ready to have my if I was at this show, I would have had the if Gunther loses, we riot sign. That would have been my sign. That because that I was going into it the same way. I'm like, he cannot lose this match. He cannot lose this match. Do not let him lose this match. I know the one thing I thought was going to happen was this was how they were going to write McAfee off. That does not look like the case.
Yep, he was on Raw.
Yeah, so I was wrong there. That I know. But what else is new? I'm wrong. The one thing that I thought, and it's looking more and more obvious more than now as time keeps going, this John Cena heel turn is just not working for me anymore. It's not. Like at first I was excited, and then after like pretty much after Mania, it's just been
Okay, so
it's,
let's talk about it. Let's talk
yeah.
about the match. Share your thoughts on the match.
The match
Stunk?
was a
Yeah.
typical it's a John Cena match. I'm not expecting like Bill Ospreay, Kenny Omega type shit, but like
Careful.
like but I knew we weren't going to get a John Cena and Randy Orton 2008, 2009-ish match,
Still bad.
back. Yeah, like I knew we weren't getting that, but could it have been better? Yes. Could it have been worse? Yeah. I would say it was in the middle of that. The one thing that I took away from this more than anything is I think it was the beginning of a potential John Cena face turn, because at the end of the show he kind of just stopped and he kind of looked like a deer in the headlights, and kind of that's the way I took it. I think he was just kind of wondering like, what am I doing type thing. That's the way I took it. That's the way I interpreted it. But what did you think?
Well, okay, so ref bumps. That is one of the laziest booking when it comes to a heel, tactics in matches. Ref bumps are the equivalent of UP promos when it comes to a match.
All you people.
Yeah, so it's just lazy, man. Just think of something else. And at least make the bumps way more believable. Because it's like, and it's gonna be the same with the Becky Lyra match that we're gonna talk about later. But like, yeah, we did get ref bumps. Cena hitting, the ref accidentally with the title, and then R-Truth came out. He tried to save his hero John Cena, and Randy just gave him an RKO. Then Cena gave Randy the low blow, an AA, and then all of a sudden the ref is okay, and then he counted to 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if I was on this show last week saying that I'm sure that I'm not gonna enjoy the match because I'm even gonna hate it more than all of the other matches that they've had up until this one, and it ended up being the truth. This match was not for me, but yeah, if this John Cena heel turn is just gonna be um, pile upon pile of ref bumps and low blows and everything, that I'm just not interested, man. This is just I'm not a fan of booking a heel this way. I mean, someone
Yeah.
can be a badass and a better wrestler and be a heel. You just need to book him better. You just need to, give him a personality, to give him a fucking reason for turning heel, because we still don't know that. I mean, yeah, he did make a point out of, oh, I raised your children and everything.
Yeah.
But why did he align with The Rock, man? And this is why you say that his heel turn isn't working for you.
Whoops. Hold on.
Yeah, then this is exactly the reason why the heel turn isn't working for me either, because I still don't have an explanation, and this isn't David Lynch, man. Like you're not even getting us clues. This isn't, like we're telling you but you're not thinking. No, you are legitimately not telling us, and the only way of knowing is for us to make up stuff in our own heads. Yes, your dog is definitely not a John Cena fan, and I like your dog even more now. Uh, so let's talk about Pat versus Gunther. So they kind of sold me a ticket, and I got a nosebleed for about 2 seconds because Gunther started taunting Michael Cole on commentary, and at that point, Michael Cole started to cheer for Pat ringside. And then Gunther got him into the ring. He almost gave him a power bomb, but Pat kicked him in the head. And then Michael Cole held Gunther's feet while Pat McAfee was pinning him. And I'm like, what? Are they seriously? And then Gunther kicked out. And I'm like, okay, fucking kill Michael Cole now and become Bailey's best friend. Okay? Kill him and become best friends with Bailey. That's legitimately what can happen from that. Gunther did end up, getting the win. We did get, oh, hi Dougie. We did get, a show of appreciation between Gunther and Pat. But listen, they gave Pat a lot in this match, and I wasn't expecting that. That's the the easiest way I can say that. I wasn't expecting that. Uh, the match was better than I supposed it was gonna be. Brian, sweetie, we kind of loved you for that. She said John Cena's heel turn doesn't have a leg to stand on, sort of like me. Jesus Christ. Thank you for that. So Rob, tell me what you thought about this match.
Pretty much how my dog felt about John Cena. That's how I was going into it. Feeling, because I was the same way. Because, like I said, I can't deal with that. I can't deal with a Pat McAfee beating Gunther. I just couldn't. Because I was just like, what the hell are we doing here? That was how I felt going into it. The fact that it ended the way it did, I'm okay with it. I like it. I was like you when Michael Cole had the feet. I was extremely nervous about it. Extremely. I'm like, son of a, like. And then once she got a haircut.
Hello.
Big yawn. Okay, there we go. Probably get better, more clicks and views if we just keep her on here, right? Anyways,
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Anyways, sorry, the dog. Anyways, oh, God. Where the hell was I at? I'm sorry. Either way, the right guy won. That's what matters.
You said that you almost got sold a ticket when yourself
like
when Adam with Michael Cole was holding Gunther's legs and everything.
Correct. Yeah. Dog's growling now, so I'll let you continue to talk.
Yes, thank you. So Dominic versus Penta was what it was. I don't think that any of us were expecting Dominic to get dominant and dominant and persuasive wins, because like that's his entire personality. But then Becky versus Lyra. So this for me was match of the night. By the way, Doc sent us a super chat that says more dogs, please. Yes. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you for the support. And yes, Rob will be showing uh his precious doggy. She looks kind of big, by the way. Also, did she do something recently? Because it looks like she looks like she's done something.
Yeah, she got a haircut.
No, did she
My
do something? Because she looks guilty.
no, she's
Okay,
fine. She's
okay,
good.
okay. That's
No,
fair. Yeah. So Becky
just
versus Lyra. Becky went for to get, was it a chair? Yeah. So she went to get a chair, but like the ref took it away, and while the ref was taking care of the chair, Becky took off the turnbuckle, and then the ref couldn't count for Lyra because she was too busy putting on putting back on the turnbuckle. This kind of makes me mad, man. Like, how long have you been a ref for? And this was Lady Ref. She's good. She knows what she's doing. What are you doing this? And
was that Jessica Carr or Daphne?
yes, yes, Jessica.
Okay.
I feel like it was Jessica. So it was again match of the night. Uh, Becky gouged her Lyra's eyes, but Lyra could still pin Becky, and then Becky snapped. Uh, on Raw, she mentioned Maddie was something good. So she said that Lyra has never mattered more, and because Becky beat her after the match, that it meant that Becky didn't get beaten. She said that she was manipulated by the people. They stood behind her, but then she won, and they didn't know what that was because they're losers. You people promos.
Yeah.
you know, you know. And yeah, again, match of the night for me. This was probably solely the reason why I got up to watch Backlash anyway. That and Gunther versus Pat, but for the terribly, terribly wrong reasons. Did you like the match as much as I did? They were holding back. I think.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was good. I thought it was solid. Um, yeah, it was good. Nothing really stood out like for me. I don't really know. My match of the night was the Intercontinental match. Um, that was what I was looking forward to the most, I think, going into the show. Um, but I mean, it was a good match with Becky and Lyra, and that's what I was expecting. Because I know Lyra can wrestle, and we already know Becky can wrestle, so I knew going into it we were going to get a good match. So I think I just kind of put that on the. I think that one was just more kind of like a put that on the back burner. I know it because I already knew it was going to be a good match. I was more like anxious to see what this intercontinental title match was going to be because you had Law Knight, you had LA Knight, and you had Penta and Dominic, obviously, and was it Finn
Drew McIntyre. Drew
or Drew?
McIntyre.
Thanks, Drew. Sorry, yeah, Drew.
Yes, Drew
Um,
McIntyre and Jacob
yeah,
Fatu defending.
yeah, yeah. Thank you. Um, so I
Awesome
just like
match,
it.
by the way.
Yeah, so that was what I was going into thinking, and I knew that was going to be a good one. So that's how I
Yeah,
felt.
and so Jeff Cobb is finally a part of of the roster. They showed him, like, Solo showed up, and they all beat up LA Knight. Jacob Fatu was really torn, and like he was really, really surprised. He picked up the win right after that. But Jeff Cobb is finally a part of WWE, and I suppose he's gonna be on SmackDown because he wasn't on Raw.
Yeah,
So yeah, we're gonna find out tonight what that looks like. But they're pairing him with the Bloodline.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting, though.
I'm gonna have to get used to watching Jeff Cobb
Yeah.
on WWE television. That's so weird, man. It is the weirdest thing.
Oh, thank you. It was for the U.S. title, not the Intercontinental title. God, I knew there was like something I was missing off. Like I was off somewhere.
I thought that we were talking about the U.S.
Yeah,
title.
I was.
The IC title was just Dominic versus Penta.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I was like, I was confused. I got like 300 things going on right now with like the dogs and that. So, yeah. Thank you, Bryn. So yeah, that match going into it. I was like, I was thinking, why are Raw and SmackDown people on there? That doesn't make sense. So I was trying to think. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here, as you can tell. But that was the match I was looking forward to the most because I was going to get to see Jacob Fatu and it just LA Knight and Drew. It was just it just made more sense to like go into that. So, thank you, Bren, for.
So this just goes to show you what happens on the show when Bryn isn't here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, and by that, so we haven't talked about this, but I think we. Oh my god! Look at this cute little thingy. So precious.
Yeah.
Hi.
It's a ratings draw. So.
Yes, ratings draw. So
get those demos
up. Or down, like so Julia and Roxy, we need to talk about this.
Do we have to?
We have to.
Okay.
Because I love Julia and I love Roxy, and whatever the fuck is happening should not be happening. So I don't know what your opinion is about this, but I haven't been a fan of almost anything that Roxanne Perez has been a part of when it comes to the main roster. She was a part of the Royal Rumble. Did she or did she not break the record when it comes to women's Royal Rumble time in the ring?
I believe she did.
Okay. So then she was a part of the Elimination Chamber, and she did awesome in that too. And I think everything just basically disappears after that. In order for her to qualify for the Elimination Chamber, she beat Roxanne Perez. I'm so sorry. Raquel Rodriguez, right? I feel like this is what happened. So everything else that's happened with Roxanne on the main roster and on NXT, by as a matter of fact, has been abysmal. So she's lost a lot. The way she got called up, on the main roster, which a lot of people call this a soft call up, but it just sounds kind of dirty to me. But that's probably just me. And it's like, is she on the main roster or is she not on the main roster? It was she clearly had to face Bailey on WrestleMania. I don't know what happened there. I know that these were the plans. I'm almost sure that these were the plans. But something happened and it didn't come to fruition.
Yeah, and Sean had on Monday, on the Monday night post show, the Raw post show, he talked about this for a good few minutes, and I actually clipped it for our YouTube Shorts and our Clips channel. He talked about it for a good 3 minutes and talked about how they need to get her some wins. Like, what are they doing here? Because they're not making
Exactly.
a living. Like, she needs some victories. It doesn't make sense. You bring her up, and he made a good point. Like, she is losing to a couple of like big names. Your, she's losing to Rhea Ripley. She's losing to
The
was
two
it?
recent women's
Yeah,
champions. That's what that's what she's to whom she's losing to. But that's not what I mean. Like, just build her up. I know she was the star of Ring of Honor back in the day. She was the star of NXT. She built that women's division around her. I know. But this is nothing compared to what they're presenting on the main roster. I'm not even gonna touch upon Julia because she was the one to get pinned. And like, I kind of feel like they ruined Julia when they signed her up to WWE. I really think that they're not they're not doing her justice because she was for a really small duration in NXT. Then she got injured and they didn't know how much time it would take for her to get better, and then they put the title on Stephanie, but like all of a sudden she was fine, and then she got softly just the weirdest thing, man. I'm not a fan of this. I'm not. And I automatically I feel like they they ruined their image. Are you just slapping yourself, or
Mm-mm. I'm not
it
slapping
looks like
anything.
I, it
No,
it sounds like you're slapping yourself.
no, the dog's making noise over here, but no,
Okay, yeah,
I
sure.
didn't slap her or anything.
Yeah, okay.
No, I don't. No,
Okay.
nothing.
Okay,
No,
fine.
she's licking herself now, but I don't think people want to see that.
Okay, fine. No.
So
Yeah, so are you okay with anything that they're,
no, I don't like
the
the
way
direction they're.
okay.
No, I think the direction's been dumb with how they're going. I don't like. I don't like any. I don't like any of the new talent taking losses if they're going to be getting like pushes. Like that's the one thing about Roxanne is when she was coming up. Like when she came up, I thought she would be getting a nice little push. And the same goes with like Julia. Her losings like just baffles me too. Um, like I don't get it. Like I really don't. There's other people they can use for this stuff, but I do like the fact that they are getting TV time. I guess that's the only
Absolutely.
positive about it. But I don't know. It's one of
But
those
like
things where the
that's the
damned if they
thing.
do, the damned if they don't.
Exactly, but like they're getting TV time, and yeah, oh yeah, okay, they're getting TV time, but like what the people are watching is them losing all the time. Like
Hmm.
that's, and
Yeah,
Roxanne is probably one of my favorite women's wrestlers right now. She's right up there. And of course I'm gonna get mad with my favorites aren't, you know, aren't given justice.
the thing about Roxanne is she doesn't have to put on the red light. It's a song from the Police,
Ah,
the band with when Sting was
Roxanne,
when Sting
Roxanne, give me the tickets.
when Sting was singing instead of wrestling.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Back in the day, back in my day.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
yes.
I wink. Um. So Maggie, there's a couple of things before we move on to the Cooper effect I wanted to bring up.
Yes.
Today marks. It's been 3 years ago today that Naomi and Sasha Banks walked out of the WWE. Does not feel that long ago, does it?
3 years.
3 years.
Oh my God, it's really been 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
crazy.
Okay.
So, so the Seth Rollins, he has a cameo in the new, or it's a new show that just released on Netflix called Bet. It's just a short cameo, and he has, and I did clip the cameos because why not, right?
Please.
And yeah, so I'm going to show the first one here.
I'm Seth freaking Rollins. Burn it down, bitch.
Uh, I love it. I love it. And then this one,
Watch, man.
and this one came out of like nowhere for me. So here you go.
I'm the fucking beaver.
What was that?
I don't know. Like that's just like that was the only scene like that I saw. So like I don't know, but it was like yeah. Oh, this was another one that happened today. Thank you, Clown, for posting this. 8 years ago today, the WWE guy, that was his Twitter handle. I think he's still around, but he's the one that tweeted. Dave tweeted Noah. He asked if any other promotion could sell out a 10,000 seat arena, and Dave basically said no, and then Cody replied, "Hold my beer." So in a way, I look at this as kind of somewhat the sperm of AEW. So there you go. Hey, you had to be born somehow. There you go.
Okay, so what's the egg of AEW? Is it All In? The first All
I
In?
guess.
Is the
Yeah.
first All
Yeah.
In?
It's the egg and
Okay. That is the weirdest analogy you've ever had.
yeah,
And
I think so too.
that's saying a lot. And that's saying a lot.
Yeah. All in the egg. So and that's probably right because it has to go all in the egg. No, huh? Have you met me? It has to be sperm.
I mean, for once it's not me, guys. So for
Well, I was
once
gonna
it's
say
not.
something else, but I like okay. Let's
Okay,
not say
let's just do the Cooper effect now, please.
yeah. Yeah. Bryn says the best. Come for the wrestling, stay for the sex education from Rob. Yeah. Things you do not want me to teach your kids. Because the pull-out method works. Don't worry about the other stuff. Anyways, here we go. Maybe.
Before we get him, the pull-out method does not work.
I know it doesn't. That's why.
Please use the condom. Do not listen to Rob ever again. Ever again. Use the condom.
Shit.
The safest way is just not have sex, but like this.
I popped myself there. Yeah. I actually had a tear there. Oh damn. Whew, okay.
Pull yourself together.
Yeah. What the hell were we doing again? Oh, the Cooper effect. Okay. Okay. I've been all over the place today. Let's Maggie. There.
I don't know if I want to listen to you right now.
Well, I don't blame you there either. But I think you'll like this. I think I'll be able to turn this around. Um, that will make everything better. So let me find the
Pride.
article that I just had up. There it is. There was a dog that saved the life of another dog in the same household. And the what happened was this dog saved the life of a French bulldog that had epilepsy. And what was going on? The French bulldog was having started seizing at the home, and no human was around to help. And the unlikely hero was her boxer Reggie, who was only 16 months old. Immediately jumped into action and started doing what it could to um, help with the seizure. And so the the dog just, I mean, it just did everything it could. Like it was as like pushing it around, like pulling, knocking it. It just basically kept messing with it, like just push on it and lick its face. Kind of, it would use its paws to move it, and basically by doing that, it helped the dog come to. So basically, if it wasn't for Reggie, the the uh, the French bulldog, which is named Yogi, would not be here today. So Reggie saved the French bulldog that was seizing. So pretty cool.
Um, Yet again, dogs are lovelier than
Yeah,
people. Way more lovelier than people. Um, we constantly talk about people loving animals and animals loving people. It's so good when we talk about animals loving other animals. It's just
especially
very
Nine
good.
Inch Nails singing. Never mind.
What was happening in your head?
Do we know? Do we want to know?
I, I have questions when it comes to stuff like that. Yes.
Yeah, so do most psychologists, and um,
Yes. Yes, I understand. I understand. Hey, at least your Wi-Fi is good and
yeah,
we're not going
got
to
that
lose
going for us
you.
right now.
Yes. So that means that we get to talk anarchy in the arena.
Yes, hell yeah, we do. And that, what an AEW Dynamite we had this past week, Maggie. I'm gonna let
I
you.
was so wet, Rob. I I adored this week's Dynamite. I'm sorry, I rarely enjoy a Dynamite so much lately. Before people call me the AEW shield or something, I rarely get to enjoy, Dynamites that much. But this week's Dynamite was a thing of beauty. It started off great and it ended, oh my god, it ended. And like so we started off with Will Ospreay teaming with Hangman to take on Takeshita and Josh Alexander. And this is the place where I thank our friend Soupy. Because while my sister and I were making the video, and we talked about the fact that, people liking plants and wrestling do not exist. And I totally forgot about the hanger. And I blame Blue Sky for this because I do not use Blue Sky. I mean, I have Blue Sky and like I, talk to people on Blue Sky. Extremely rare. Extremely rare. And that's why I have no idea what Hangman's doing on Blue Sky. And then I remembered that he was doing the leaf thing, our leaves plants or whatever. And then I remember, yes, Hangman is in the middle. Okay, I'm not saying that. Yeah, so Will Ospreay and Hangman versus Takeshi and Josh Alexander. The match ended with a buckshot hidden blade. And I just shoved all my clothes into the laundry basket because that was so good. I cannot wait for Double or Nothing. This match is gonna hamper my brains out. And just so good. I I adore Will Ospreay right now, and to be perfectly honest, I don't know who's gonna win this match. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. What did you think of the match?
It was so good that I kind of want them to keep teaming. Um, I mean, I thought it was just awesome. I I enjoyed this whole show. Like it was just good. Um, but that move was just damn, like damn, like that's that's how I felt. Uh, I mean,
Uh, by the way, Bryn said Maggie only talks to me on Blue Sky when I post foot pics. Sweetie, you are probably the only reason why I still go on Blue Sky because I want to see what you ate. You're basically one of the reasons why I still use Blue Sky. I'm not even kidding. I am not talking to anyone on Blue Sky other than you. Not even kidding. Seriously.
but no, like I mean, I liked it.
So the other thing that I wanted to talk about is the big 3 thumbs up that MJF got from the Hurt Syndicate, and then they said that they're gonna have a contract signing next week, and then backstage, MJF said that he was bringing his lawyer, and
Mhm.
MVP was like, "Oh well, what do you mean lawyer? Come on, you know what that means." They, show the contract, and Mark says, "Oh, please, boss, do not sign this." And like the MJF keeps shoving um, Mark Sterling away, and he's like, "Oh, look at this dude!" And then he signs it, and what he ends up signing is his death sentence. That's what I think is gonna happen
Yeah.
next week on Dynamite.
Yep. I do too. Because I'm just like that's the thing about like MJF. You're always waiting for that second ball to drop. Like it's just you're just ready for it. There's always something with him. So that's that's what I was that was what I took away from it. And um yeah, I'm curious to see what way they go because I'm also there's still a part of me that thinks that even when he goes to sign the paper or whatever, that Bobby Lashley will change his mind. I don't know. Like this is entertaining at least. That's
It's
one.
it's incredibly entertaining. It's probably MJF signing something without reading the fine print.
Yeah. So I would agree with that.
Yeah, so we're gonna see what happens next week. The women's 4-way match was so good. I love Sky Blue finally returning to her home state. It's I was surprised to see Mina pinning Tony, and we are gonna see this match at Double or Nothing. Um, do you think Mariah May is out of the company,
Um,
or do you think that we'll get to see her at least one more time? They didn't even mention Mina here. They did mention the fact that they were in a kind of a love triangle, Tony Storm and Mina, but they didn't
yeah,
mention Mariah May whatsoever.
Yeah, I honestly, that's the thing. They didn't mention her because I assume they're trying to either still negotiate or she's gone.
Yeah,
One of the two. Um, I it's hard to say because I part of me just I think Mariah may be done. Um,
I think she is. I think she is.
uh, but the other thing too is it would not shock me at all if they got her back though. You know what I mean? It wouldn't.
Mhm.
I mean, they did re-sign Willow Nightingale, so they do have somebody at least staying. Fightful Select reported that she did resign, so that's good. So she'll be around. So
She deserves that big fat check.
oh hell yeah, all wrestlers get that money. If you're a good person, get that money. Um, so yeah, I think, man, it's hard to say because I could totally see her coming out like still like at Double or Nothing, like I'm back, I could see that, but I do think she's gone. That's me. But I like for people um, that want her to stay. I hope they get their wish, and the people that want her to go to WWE, I hope they get like it's one of those things. We say it every show. Whatever's best for them, whatever's best for the wrestler is what we want.
Absolutely, because like we have no way of knowing what Mariah May wants.
Yeah,
We don't know what motivations are.
yeah. We have a super chat from our friend Eric Freeds. He says, "Hi Rob, hi Maggie, hi Dago, Maggie.
Huh?
How are the plants? Thoughts on the new sleep token? Token? Uh, Rob, T Wolves going all the way this year. Favorite Sabu matches? Man, I could keep talking about Sabu matches. Um, it- yeah, there's so many that just come to mind. I'll give you like a few. Um, is the night the line was crossed? ECW. I think Shane Douglas versus Terry Funk versus Sabu is a classic in my opinion. Believe it or not, his match against John Cena at WWE Vengeance was pretty good. 2005 or 2006, I want to say. Uh, what's another one here? Ooh, November to Remember 98. My years are always off, so I'm always a year off or two, but 97, I want to say. Uh, Sabu versus the Sandman and Born to Be Wired's probably my all time favorite. That's versus Terry Funk. But the John Cena match is actually really solid. I know that kind of baffles people, but it's
Yeah,
in my opinion that's his best WWE match. In my opinion,
yeah. So
and then
sweetie,
the other thing I was going to say, check out a lot of his tag team matches with RVD.
oh yeah,
Those two,
absolutely,
yeah.
yeah.
And as far
Yeah.
as the T Wolves, sorry, I keep cutting you off. As far as the T Wolves, I don't. I hope so. I hope so. They got either the Nuggets or the Thunder starting on Tuesday. So we'll see. They beat the Nuggets last year, but it's a different year. And either way, they're traveling. So for games 1 and 2, and then we get 3 and 4 back at Target Center. So I'm hoping we can do it. I believe in my Timberwolves, and either way, go Wolves. Maggie, I'll shut up now. There you go.
You're fine, sweetie. I appreciate you. Yeah. So, sweetie, Eric, the plants. I mean, it's only been a week, so let's give it time for it to die first, okay? I'm not even kidding. I keep killing plants that are easy to look after, and then all of a sudden my orchid cannot stop blooming. And then, if you watch the video, you'll see my orchid only has one blossom. It's because it keeps blossoming apart from the last one, and then it falls off in 2 months. And then what it does is the final blossom blossoms and then it's all by itself. This is the weirdest thing. It's been that way always since I've had this orchid. The last blossom always stands by itself. That is the lone wolf when it comes to orchids. Um, yeah, so give it time. The new sleep token. I love the new album. I think I've listened to it about 25 times now. I cannot stop listening to it. And the thing is, all of the songs have something for me to think in my teeth into. I know a lot of people don't like the new album, and I totally understand why, because there's no certain banger in the album. They're all of the songs are really, really emotional. And I sense different emotions and different, situations that I've been in my past every time I hear a certain song, and I feel like that's the important thing. So the thing I love about Sleep Token is the fact that years ago I said that I wasn't going to listen to new music e- if it doesn't make me cry. So what I mean is, every time I hear a new song by Sleep Token, I just, I get the chills or tears in my eyes. And this is how I started listening to Imminence this past year. And I've been listening to Imminence a lot, a lot. And the new Sleep Token album actually made me stop listening to Imminence. So that's saying a lot. So guys, listen to the last album by Sleep Token. It's really, really good when it comes to this sort of music. Uh, I I know you guys see that I'm wearing a corn t-shirt, and I just realized that I forgot to put on a bra. So, and I'll just stop waving my arms around now. Yeah. So, yeah. So the Anarchy in the Arena, guys, we're getting Anarchy in the Arena next week. But do you know why? Because fucking Gabe Kid showed up at fucking AEW. Yes, get in there.
Hercules.
Get in there. Fucking one stain loser. Gabe Kid taught me that. I'm
So-
so excited. I am so fucking excited to see Gabe Kid in AEW. Yes. Yes. And he's about doing anything just to get his hands on Kenny Omega. That's what's happening. So
Yep.
good.
So, based on what it looks like right now, Gabe Kidd, Young Bucks, Moxley. Is it 4-on-4 or is it 5-on-5? I think it's. I think they do. Do they do 4-on-4?
They can do five on five.
I mean, either way they do it. Based on what I saw, I think. Who knows what way they go? I mean, they could do both if they wanted to, or
Yeah.
either one rather. But right now, I think it's obviously. I think it's. I think it's Young Bucks, Moxley, and Kidd versus Joe, Swerve, Hobbs, and who was the other person that was out there with them? There was somebody
Kenny.
else out there. Thank you. Oh yeah, thank you. Like you just said it, and I forgot who it was. I was thinking of Kenny. I was like, who the hell was it? I was just thinking of Kenny. So
Well,
if it's
I think
4-on-4, that's the way they go.
I think that Okada is gonna be in there with Speedball Mike Bailey.
Yeah.
Also.
Oh, you think Speedball will be in there? I was thinking that they were going to do a singles match, actually.
Well, they can do a singles match, yeah, of course, but because they did fight to the back when they lowered the cage and everything. if
That'd be
Marina
interesting.
and Willow are gonna be in the Anarchy in the Arena match, it's gonna be a first, and I'm looking forward to that. And so, do you have any predictions when it comes to Eddie Kingston getting back
I just,
and just killing Gabe Kidd? Because Gabe Kidd is actually the one responsible for Eddie Kingston being
well,
injured for a year.
and I think that's why like the Eddie Kingston stuff's come up lately, because you put him with Moxley, and that just
Exactly.
pisses Kingston off even more. You get him out there, and he could be the one that everybody has been clamoring to end the Death Riders
Yeah.
finally. And personally, I know me and you would prefer him to be the one to do it over Darby Allin. Um,
Yes.
so that's, I hope so. I sure as hell hope so. That's what I know.
Um, I I know it's Anarchy in the Arena. He may not do ring stuff. He can just show up and light someone on fire.
Yeah, yeah, that's all that's needed.
Just show up, drop the earth on top of someone's head, and just leave. Like
Yeah,
that's
I like.
you don't
I just
need to
miss Eddie
shave
King.
your beard even. Just show up with a
Man, when that man returns, holy hell! I would love to be in whatever building that would be, so they can. I'm ready for that guy to return. I miss him. Like,
I know. I miss him too so much. Um so I all of the time when I'm watching NXT and I'm looking at Ricky Saints and Brian Pillman Jr. and Ethan Page, and I keep hearing Tony Fumbled, those chants when it comes to, I understand, you know, the people pay their ticket. I know that they can do whatever, but you cannot look me in the eye and say that you're chanting this and then not thinking the same, but the other way around when it comes to Swerve Strickland.
oh yeah, hell yeah.
Because Swerve Strickland is a fucking star in AEW. You saw that the moment he walked out and Matt Jackson just starts, pressing the button to, to get the cage up so they can, escape.
Hmm.
Um he man, he I mean, he brings so much intensity into any storyline that he's a part of. And his feud with Hangman, I feel like, is one of my favorite things in recent history when it comes to AEW. That does not include the Elite. Um, and I think sooner rather than later, I'm gonna treat myself to watching the cage match between him and Hangman again because I was so out of it when I was watching it. Um, it's I'm I cannot wait for the Anarchy in the Arena match. What theme music for the wrestlers do you think that they're gonna play throughout the entire
Oh
match,
god, I
like
have
they
no
did
idea.
before?
I don't know what they would go with. I really don't have any idea.
Okay. One of my favorite moments is Matt Jackson going on, taking a microphone and telling the back to stop stop playing Brian Daniels's theme because they're costing them a lot of money.
Corey Michaels just says it should be 1,000 miles by Vanessa Carlton. Should be the Anarchies.
1,000 miles because
Jesus. Ugh. So yeah, what a
wonderful song, by
fantastic
the
show.
way.
Yeah, it's a good song. But a fantastic Dynamite.
Can't wait.
Can't
wait.
Yeah. So Dynamite's been on fire. But tonight on SmackDown, they've announced 2 matches so far. Triple Money in the Bank qualifying matches begin. So you have one match being the Money in the Bank qualifying of Mercedes. Chelsea Green versus Alexa Bliss versus Misha.
Versus who?
I was going to say, God. Mia Yim.
Mia Yim? Okay.
Yeah. What's her name now?
Mitchin.
Thank you. I was like, Misha. I don't know. God, I hate it when they change names because she's always going to be Mia Yim to me.
Just say
God, I hate
Mia
it when they
Yim.
do.
Everyone
Well, I
knows what
should
you're
have.
talking about.
I know I should have, but damn it. And the other one is, I had it right here. Where to go? It is Solo Sikoa, Ray Phoenix, and Jimmy Uso. So, for Money in the Bank qualifiers taking place tonight on SmackDown. So we'll see if anything else goes on for this 3-hour show. But yes, Bryn, I agree. Chelsea Green should win the Money in the Bank this year. Otherwise, why did they take the U.S. title off of her? Damn it.
Actually, I thought I think Roxanne Perez should win the Money in the Bank briefcase because I understand. Chelsea should be president, okay? That's why they took the U.S. titles off of her, because she's gonna dethrone Trump.
Dethrone who?
Trump.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was like, just make. I was wondering, just to make sure that's what you're saying.
Trump. Like I said, she should be president.
I would take that. Guys, going to promote a upcoming independent show that's in conjunction with Ring of Honor and AEW. I want to thank Bryn for helping set this up. It's the Dean 2 coming up at on Saturday, May 24th, the night before Double or Nothing. It's going to be outside the Desert Diamond Arena, free admission on Saturday, May 24th. It is, like I said, in conjunction with Ring of Honor. They have some good matches going on. Matt Mako versus Lee Moriarty for the Ring of Honor Pure title. Josh Woods versus Tom Lawler. Manders versus
Josh
Rhino.
Woods, man. Just have Josh Woods on your television. Give him all the titles. He's a fantastic wrestler. What are we doing with Josh Woods? Josh Alexander too, but like Josh Woods.
And there's going to be other people that are going to be announced, but there's going to be a 10-man match with Dr. Cerebo, Gringo Loco, who I've seen multiple times. He's awesome. Beast Mortos and Hologram are going to be part of it too. So big show next week, the night before AEW Dynamite, AEW Double or Nothing. And so make sure you check that out if you can, if you're going to be in the Phoenix area for Double or Nothing. I should have asked before I brought this up. I don't know. I don't know. I know they're going to film it, but I don't know if it's going to be like on independent wrestling TV or if it's going to be like available for viewing. Maybe Bryn knows that. I don't know. But thank you. That too. That was going to be my next thing. I had a new interview that got released today with Tom Talks Rubbish. Tom interviewed me a few months. Yeah, he interviewed me. I talked about how I got involved with Fightful, what it's like working with Sean Ross Sapp, general wrestling questions, and all kinds of stuff. What it's like working with Maggie, which is the best. And even after today's episode, like she's still probably going to stick around, I think. But again, like I'll say, we will be back here next. We'll be here next Thursday instead of Friday. So Thursday.
Mark your calendars, the 22nd.
Yes, May 22nd. So be here or be square. We just hope you're. We just hope you're there.
Same time.
Oh, okay. So here, Brent says, last I heard, the Dean Show will be posted on Ring of Honor's YouTube channel the next day. Sweet. So you will be
Thank
able to
you,
watch it.
Green. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and just start it. You guys, you can follow me at Rob Wilkins on X. I'm also on Instagram and Threads at Fightful Rob. Maggie?
Guys, you can follow me on Twitter or Twix or whatever at Maggie_IK, on Instagram at Maggie.IK, and on Blue Sky at Maggie-IK. Also,
Oh,
please, of course, subscribe to my sister's YouTube channel, Daphne Tries Plants.
I almost missed this. Doc says, Maggie, it's been over 3 years since the Wardlow shout out. Time flies fast. Man,
Well, then I miss my war daddy.
it's been about 3 years since we've seen him, too. Jesus.
It's been 3,000 years, Rob. I miss Wardlow.
Yeah.
Thank
Wardlow, we
you.
miss you.
Thank you,
Maybe
Chris. By the
maybe I
way,
should
this
reach out to
is
Rob Lowe to see if he can be here next week for us.
you're just breaking my heart, Rob. That's what you're doing. You're breaking my heart.
Hey,
Also,
a
thank
lot of
you.
women say I'm a heartbreaker. They don't, but I'm going
Everyone
with it.
breaks
It
my
makes
heart.
me feel better.
Thank you, dog. And this is to this day one of the loveliest things ever.
You're welcome. Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking about Chris. Yeah. Okay. Nice. I'm having a hell of a day. We already know that, though.
We really
Guys,
are. We really are.
yeah, want to say thank you very much. Until we see you again next Thursday,
Thursday.
and we will tweet it out a few hundred times probably. But yeah, we hope to see you all here Thursday. But we know sometimes schedules change. But again, we hope to see you guys again. We'll see you next week. Peace out, homies.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. You can check out all our previous episodes on your favorite podcast platforms or youtube.com/FightfulOverbooked.